Whatever you want to do, baby. Let's play this footsie. Let's get this.
Well, we can't footsie yet because
we can't footsie yet.
Kick it off with footsie. Hey, we'll kick it off with our feet touching. Hello and welcome to another amazing episode of Love Her Podcast. I am your host, Nicole Amy Schreiber. If you are listening, there's another person here. You're going to find out who it is shortly. If you are watching, you can see that there's a person here. And you're going to find out who she is shortly. With that said, I want to thank our sponsor, loveherfeet.com, where you can .com. That's right, guys. Head over there for some flesh and some fluids. Flesh and fluids.
It'll be good for your soul.
Yeah, it's great for your soul. I don't have a soul. But anyways, we're redheads. We don't have souls. So comedy's back. I'm back at the Comedy Store. Shows are regularly happening. Head over to the Comedy Store's website to get tickets to the shows. Also, I have a show the 22nd of May. It's a Don't Tell comedy show. So go to just Google Don't Tell Comedy. It's a show in Los Angeles on Saturday, May 22nd. And then on May 28th in Huntington Beach, I will be at the Rec Room doing comedy. And then there's going to be another special show happening, a live show happening for Love Her Podcast. Also going to be at the Rec Room, and that will be June 26th. Doors at 9:30, show at 10. Tickets will be available on the website soon, but we are going to be doing a live motherfucking show. So do that. All right, without further ado, I'm really excited for this next guest. A friend of ours put us in touch and he was like, you should have her on.
Aww.
You should have her on the podcast. And then I went to her bio.
Thanks,
and I was like, oh, she's a redhead. She's hot. We know I like redheads. But her bio was what sold it for me. She has, in the bio, it says, basically a fire truck with a large gluteus maximus. I mean, that is poetic. That right there is the best thing. She's based in Las Vegas and LA. I want you to put your hands and your dicks together for Madison Morgan.
That's how you put your hands and your dick together.
Yeah, put your hands on your dick together. You can clap, just slide them up and down.
There you
clap
go.
your hands. That sounds like nuts on ass. Depending on the size of the nuts. Thank you for coming out.
Oh my God, thank you for having me.
I was like, oh my God, she's so hot. And then last night at the Comedy Store, I was showing some comedians that I was interviewing you, and they were like, oh my God, she's so hot. I was like,
Instagram could be deceiving.
Well, it's not, because it delivered in person too. You're a little spinner thickie.
A spinner thing.
Like, you got ass, you got titties.
Well, I bought these.
But you're small. Like, you're
Compact gal.
You're compact. Like, I would never look at you and be like, that's a big girl.
Thank you.
In any stretch of the imagination.
Thank you.
But, you got titties and ass. And, I mean, who doesn't love titties and ass? Come on.
Everybody loves some TNA.
Okay, so I always do research on my guests before they come.
Okay, so for science purposes.
For science purposes.
She went to Pornhub.
I actually didn't even make it to Pornhub.
You didn't even make it to Pornhub. Why?
When I tell you I got so stuck on your fucking TikTok page, I was like, it's really fascinating to me because I know TikTok is very restrictive of content.
Oh, yeah.
So I wanted to kind of go into your experience on that, but I think it's really interesting because you are the first adult entertainer that we have had on here that has a huge TikTok presence.
Oh.
So that has been kind of an interesting, it's very unique. How did you make TikTok a safe space for adult content? What are the things you take into account?
First of all, let me clarify. I'm such an idiot on TikTok, so I wouldn't use me as an example. The only reason I have any followers, I feel like I'm going to jinx it when I say this, but
That's
exactly.
Not wood.
So what happened was I shot with this one comedian, Stevie Emerson, and we did this little skit where basically it was an anti-porn parody where in summary, like I kept like dropping a pencil in like a schoolgirl outfit, and he was like, "I will not have sex with you. Start."
Oh,
being
I
appropriate."
remember that one.
You do?
I got that. That's by the way, that is how deep I got into your TikTok.
Okay, so you went to
You
the
were wearing like a
beginning.
little plaid skirt. Because I was
Yes.
like, the way TikTok works is like, I'm not a
Insane.
TikTok kid. It's insane.
Insane.
But that was like subtle, sexy content.
Yeah. People were actually though. What's so funny is they were like, "Is this like a real porn?" I'm like, "No,
No,
What
did you
the
see my fucking pussy? No, but it was titillating still.
Yeah.
It was still, if you have a schoolgirl fetish, which lots of people have a schoolgirl
Yeah.
fetish, it was like definitely hitting
I
that.
had to actually, real quick, sorry, it was so funny. So I actually had to buy that specific outfit because I have a ton of like outfits, like lingerie. I pretty much have like a whole like studio at my house, pretty much. But I had to buy like a modest schoolgirl outfit because all mine were just like way too skanky.
That's so funny. You're like, I need to bring it down a notch.
I was
and
like, my
I don't
ass cheeks
own down
got
a
to
notch
be
clothing.
covered.
Yeah, but you did. It was still very sexy.
No, thank you.
By the way, so sexy. This is how sexy it was. This for her, it was modest. For me, I'm like, oh, I wouldn't even wear that for a slutty schoolgirl costume on
Really?
Halloween because it's too much for me. Like right now, I'm
Yeah,
wearing
yeah.
fishnet hose, and I'm like, this is just too much girl shit for me. But I do it for the fans because they like this shit.
Oh yeah. Actually, I'm sorry. Almost done with that one.
No, go.
No, you go.
What sort of stuff has gotten you in trouble on TikTok? Like, what sort of sexy content have you done that they've like flagged and pulled down?
I was trying to channel like my inner Britney Spears, slave for you. And I did like a behind the scenes thing with a photo shoot. And the whole rule on TikTok is like you just have to have like you have to be in a bikini by a body of water. So like, all right. So I found like the least.
I'm sorry, you have to be in a bikini
By a body of water.
So a
Yes.
pool, an
Yeah.
ocean, a tub.
Nope, a tub does not count.
Okay.
I know, it's stupid. So anyways, I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll get past them. Ha 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 ha. And I had like this huge yellow boa constrictor, so I was doing like a photo shoot. I found like the least skinky like yellow bikini I had, and I put it up there, and then they removed it.
That's so annoying.
But it's like you can post Cardi B's like, and I love Cardi B, but you can post her fucking bare ass cheeks onto, I don't know. And I do post crazy stuff, but I feel like that was not crazy. Like that's
Yeah.
something you would see taking your kids to a grocery store, like.
What about a kid's pool? Does that count as a body of
I think
water?
a kid's pool fucking counts.
That's rude. What a fucking loophole, though. Looks like we're getting in bikinis with kiddie pools, folks.
One of my good friends, she had a really big TikTok following, and I was like, "Oh, do you want to make one?" She goes, "No, my tits are way too big. They'll just delete me."
I could imagine that happening.
Which I don't even. She wasn't even like being funny. She was actually just being factual.
Do you think there would, if TikTok made like an X-rated TikTok, do you think that would be popular? I feel like that would be huge.
Of course, it would be.
TikTok should do that.
Like all the porn stars would
like
go
Dick
hard.
Doc.
Dip Doc.
Dick Doc.
If you
Dick
love
pop.
TikTok, you're gonna love TikTok Live.
Yeah, TikTok. Well, there is TikTok Live now. There was a guy walking down the street in Hollywood the other night when I was done with my show, and he was doing a TikTok Live, and I walked up to him and I was like, yeah, and he was like, ah, and he's like, I've never kissed a girl before, and I'm like, no, and he's like, I'm like, okay, and then I kissed him.
You did? Okay.
Yeah,
So-
I was like, fuck it.
You know what? That's kind of cute. I like that he said that.
Yeah,
Sometimes like weird shit just works.
Yeah, weird shit works. And I'm like, I went to his TikTok. The guy's like pretty popular on TikTok for some reason. I can't remember his name
so
right
you
now.
got a little clout kiss.
Yeah. But no new followers. Because I don't really do TikTok.
Wow, rude.
So you got your start as a cam girl.
Yes.
What were some of the most memorable requests you had as a cam girl?
Ooh.
Memorable in a great way, and memorable in a
Slightly disturbing
gross kind of way.
So I was actually in my senior year of high school, so my birthday is June 1st. And then I started camming like the beginning of September because I got kicked out of the house. And I was like, well, I don't want to come back. Anyways, but I posted, my old boss was like, you got to tell them you're in high school. You'll make so much money if you do that. And I also looked like I was like 15, which really helped. But anyways, I put it on there like, oh, I'm in high school. I'm a senior in high school. Hee hee. And I would have so many guys that were like, I'm a teacher. Like, that turns me on so much. And like, of course, like some of them are lying. But like, I would get like 4 or 5 people that would drag me, like, you know, tip me and like tell me that. But you have to think about like, okay, at least half of those dudes are really teachers.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of creepy teachers.
I don't doubt that for a second, but it also is like, I worry about my friends who have kids now.
Oh my god, yeah. So I would say there's a lot of creepy teachers out there. And then what else? Okay, but like specific requests. All right. There was one guy, for example, his name was Mr. Tease.
Mr. Tease.
Mr. Tease.
Love that. A nice fun play on Mr. T.
Mr. T. But yeah, what's interesting about camping is you get so many like fetish specific guys, especially like the site I worked on, because you could like drag the girls away for one-on-one sessions, which a lot of campsites don't do. But yeah, he was like, I want you to grab a hairbrush. I want you to like smack it on your hand and like be really bratty and like rude and be like, I'm gonna spank your credit card. I'm going to take all your money. And then he wanted, it had to be leggings. It couldn't be anything else. It had to be like yoga pants or leggings.
Okay. Was he specific about the kind of pants, like the kind of leggings? Was he like, I want them to be all black?
No, actually he didn't have a color preference, which is shocking.
Shocking.
Yeah, I know.
That's one of the things I love about fetish guys is how
specific
they are.
So specific.
So specific.
Oh yeah, big time. So, yeah, he's like, and then I want you to like kind of pull him down, but not really. And he'd be like, no, you're taking your pants off way too fast. Go back. And then he just wanted me to like grab like the pants and like jiggle my ass like under like my ass cheeks for it, and then
that's
like
hot.
go back.
That's hot. I like that.
And at the end of it, you had to like look in the camera and be like, I spanked your credit card.
By the way, how specific some of these guys are. I don't know what their everyday sex lives are like.
Yeah, I wonder kind of if they. I feel like if you're that like particular with fetishes, I feel like a lot of them don't really have a lot of sex actually.
But that makes me think, like, if you did have sex, I feel like you would be a really great lover because you have such an insane attention to detail.
That's true.
Like, you would be very like, let me figure out all the nooks and crannies of this, because in my mind, you know, I've been, you know, choreographing sex for so long.
Right.
Like, it really is like some of that stuff. It's like, I'm gonna spank your credit card. Like, it's
like what happened? Like, who said that, or like what possibly caused that to be such a big turn on?
Because there's brat is a fetish, findom is a fetish.
Sure, yeah, of course. Those like
spanking is a fetish. So it's like he's taken like
little bits and
pieces of everything, and he's kind of like he's like a conductor at a symphony, a sex symphony. So from camming, where did you head from there?
So I was kind of like really, I had some success with it, and I really liked it, and I kind of just, because I was so young when I started, like I had like other little like jobs, but that was like my first like actual job that like paid my bills. And,
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up here in Los Angeles, and then my parents moved us to Las Vegas when I was about 13.
Okay.
So I've lived there a real long time.
And you have a religious background?
Extremely.
Okay. We'll get into that later. Let's keep going. So from camming, you went to...
Yeah, I was like, fuck this is all I'm ever going to do. And then I was like, maybe I'll marry rich. And then the opportunity came, and I was like, nah, no thanks. And then basically...
Why'd you say no thanks?
Because, you know, when you're young and you don't know how shit works, I got older and I was like, oh, it's not my money, it's his money.
Yeah, I mean,
then
perfectly
it's his
said.
Lifestyle choices and what he wants to do.
Yeah. You're like, I want my money.
Yeah, there's some girls that, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just, like, really, like, strong-willed, and I like to do whatever the fuck I want, and it's just not gonna work with someone restrictive. But anyways, yeah, so all that happened, I got really bored, I realized I didn't want to cash out and marry rich, so I turned that down, and I was like, all right, what am I gonna do? And then I basically got messaged by these like people. They're like, hey, we like sell premium Snapchats, which that used to be like really popular. So
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, you had like a special Snapchat account where you would post like all of your smut shit, and they would pay like a subscription fee. So I started doing that, and then I had to find people like to work with, and I also started shooting because I didn't shoot with boys ever. I was like, oh, I think I might just stay like doing stuff like solo or with girls like forever. But I had to find boys to shoot with, and then I was like, okay, like it's hard to find someone who's like tested and someone who like knows how to like fuck on camera, just because it's like a whole thing. And then I started hitting up porn boys because I was like, well, they're tested, they don't know how to fuck on camera, like I'll get better content this way. And then but I was still like kind of like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, like do I want to like be like kind of anonymous about it, like how do I want to do this? And then when I shot videos with the porn boys, I started putting it on Pornhub, like 10-minute clips, like 20-minute clips. So I was kind of like, I kind of realized like my days of being anonymous were kind of like numbered.
Yeah. You're like,
Yeah.
this is, my anonymity is slipping away.
Right, exactly. And also too, like, if you think, like, I think that camming is 100% pornography still.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, okay, well, fuck it. I guess I'm just gonna go all in.
And your first scene, who was the guy you did your first guy scene with?
My first guy scene ever, like, for my own site or, like, for professional stuff?
Professional stuff.
It was actually really recent. It was, like, a couple weeks ago, and it was with a guy named Xander Corbis.
Ooh, what a good name. And then who
He's
was
a
your
cute
first?
Brazzers boy.
He's a Brazzers boy?
Yeah.
I wish
My first scenes are all with Brazzers.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What about for your personal content?
My personal content was my buddy Parker. He is... he was my friend's boy. What's funny is, like, that wasn't even ever meant to be, like, released. Like, my friend, her boyfriend, and I were all, like, hanging out one day, and he was, like, super drunk, and he was like, fuck me right now. And she's like, I don't want to. Here, just fuck Madison. And then we, like, just started kind of, like, going at it, and then she was just, like, filming it, like, for fun. And then
What a girlfriend.
She's a champ. That girl's so awesome. But, yeah. It's so funny. Even the video, she's like, ooh, fuck her.
Oh, my God, I love that. You were, like, her backup pussy.
Yeah, she was, like, so over. He was being super annoying that day. She was, like, so over his shit.
So funny. You're like a pinch runner. I love that.
Yeah. And then, so anyways, like, we filmed it, like, for fun, and then they were, like, doing really well with that whole thing, and they were always selling, like, their videos, and had a lot of success with it, so I was like, you know, I already have a video, I may as well just sell it.
Amazing. And so who did you
Yeah.
sell it to? You sold it online? Like,
yeah,
how do
like,
you,
so
like,
back in the day when Snapchats were really popular, like, you used to be able to get
Okay.
down on Snapchat.
you can't
Down.
anymore?
No, because they got into, like, a tiff. As far as I know, they got into a tiff with Apple, and Apple was like, you have way too much, like, naked bitches all over your app. It's starting to become like considered a porn app. You know, the whole thing about, like, people sending nudes because the messages disappear. So basically, they got into, like, a fight with Apple. They're like, we'll take away your rights to be on the App Store if you don't tone it down.
Wow.
As far as I know. I mean, I don't fucking work for either, but.
So there's no more premium Snapchat.
I mean, I still have one, but you can't, like, because I used to go on there and I'd be, like, sucking dick and I'd have, like, an emoji over it. I'd be like, swipe up.
Brilliant.
Yeah. And if you could delete it, but, like, every 6 months, that's it.
Yeah. TikTok, you've done sexy-ish content.
Ish. You gotta be real mild.
Gotta be
with
real
it.
careful. Instagram, just hot girl content.
Yeah, you know.
And then your OnlyFans. What's your favorite kind of content to make for your OnlyFans?
Ooh.
Who is your core base
Who's my
of
core?
guys? Like, what are the guys who are coming to you? What are the things they're into the most? What types of things do they request most often?
You know what? It's really kind of mild, like, compared to camming, because, like, you do message, like, people and you kind of get to know them, but, like, with the camming sessions, you're, like, kind of, like, face-to-face with them, and, like, you get to know them so well, versus, like, with OnlyFans, I honestly don't really know.
Yeah?
I don't get to know them quite as well.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't really have, like, an exciting answer. Like, they're more just, like, we want to see you take a bunch of dicks.
Yeah. And when you take a bunch of dicks, how do you, what is taking a bunch of dicks look like for them?
Like me just banging a boy.
I love how they're like, a bunch of dicks, just one.
Well, I mean, but yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. Like, I don't have an exciting answer for
Yeah, no. I so.
They just, like, sorry, real quick. They're pretty, like, normal on OnlyFans compared to camming. Sorry, real quick.
Oh,
like, they're actually
interesting.
generally pretty normal. Like, sometimes I'll get custom videos and the guy will be super specific, but for the most part, they're just kind of like, oh, just want you to, like, say my name and come for me. But, like, they're very mild compared to the camming people, but they just, like, they love squirting. They love, they just love seeing you take big dicks.
Yeah.
Like, all my videos, like, I have a bunch of solo and girl stuff. They don't really, like, care about that too much.
Yeah. Oh, really?
No, not really. If it's, like, really crazy, so, like, back in the day, like, I would do, like, a bunch of, like, insane, like, I'd bang, like, my Uber driver, or I'd, like, have my, like, Uber drivers, like, film my shows for me. Like, I would do, like, a bunch of crazy public stuff.
Fucked your Uber driver.
Yeah.
Let's go into this. What was this conversation? How do you, you're like, listen, I'm going to give you a really good rating if you fuck me. Like, what does that conversation look like?
I have the whole conversation actually in the video.
Just walk me through it.
Okay,
just give me some of the bits. This is so insane to me.
I probably looked like a crackhead because I had.
By the way, when was this? Pre-COVID?
This was pre-COVID. Yeah,
Okay.
I need to film another one though because I
Okay.
keep getting requests for it. It's probably like I would say it's probably my most popular video. But basically, I had like my Lyft and my Uber app like open, and I kept like looking because like I'd get like a woman or I'd get someone like just someone I was like, oh, like they're really not like attractive or whatever, and I just kept kind of canceling. And I found like this one guy who like was like pretty cute, and he just looked like a normal dude around my age. So I was like, all right, let me see what's up.
This is brilliant.
And yeah, the thing is too, you want to make sure like you get all the footage because it's just so like deliciously awkward.
Oh my God. I can't even imagine how awkward this is.
Oh yeah, so I like got in the car and I'm like holding like my phone down like while I'm talking to him, and I was like telling him, he's like, because they start chatting, I was like, he's like, oh, like what do you do for work? And I was like, oh, I do adult. And then I like lied and said like, oh, my shoot, because I had like my hair and makeup done and everything. I was like, oh, my shoot got canceled, and like I'm so bummed. I really wanted to do that. And he's like, oh, okay. He's like, so how do you like find boys to film with? And I was like, yes!
You're like, great question.
Yeah, basically. I mean, it's been a couple years, but he seemed like very, like, you kind of like feel it out. Or he like seemed like he thought I was like really or whatever. I don't know. He seemed into it. So I was like, okay. And I have like no game too, which sounds super awkward. But I was like, well, since my shoot canceled today, like, do you want to be in my video? And he's like, okay, like, just don't get my face in it.
Amazing. Did he have a good dick?
Yeah, he had a nice dick. I mean, you had to like obviously like wear a condom and stuff, but
Larkin Love, she did something like that where she stood across the building, stood on the roof of a building, and there was a construction site on the other side, and she was like yelling at a construction worker, and then she's like, come over here. She was like topless, and she's like, come over here, and he came over. And I was like, what? And then she like gives him a blowjob, and I'm like watching this whole thing. And then I went and watched more of her stuff, and I was like, that dick looks familiar. That looks like the construction guy's dick. And it's just like, had I not consecutively watched all of her porn, I would have been like, yo, she picked up a stray. Like, she straight up blew a stray guy.
That's
But it was she'd orchestrated it.
It's nerve-wracking because you're like, oh my God, like, how am I gonna pull this off?
Well, my big fear is like,
what if he's a serial killer?
Also, my biggest fear, by the way, it's not that he's a serial killer. I'm like, what if he has a bad dick?
Right.
Like, what a bummer. You're like sitting here like fucking strangers with bad wieners.
Exactly. Like, what if he just pulls it out and it's like hideous?
Yeah. Oh my God.
I got lucky. He had like a nice, like, cute dick.
Yeah, cute dick. Have you kept in touch with him? Does he follow you on social media?
He does.
So great.
He does. He's this like really sweet Alaskan boy.
Oh, Alaskan boys.
He's like the nicest Alaskan boy
Did you consider
ever.
dating him at all?
No.
What is, as far as dating
we
goes?
never hung out again.
Yeah, that was it. You're like,
but we gave each other like I was like, oh, this is like my social media stuff. And we like added each other.
Yeah.
That was kind of it.
Well, that was very kind. What does your dating life look like?
Elaborate.
What does a first date for you look like?
What does a first date look like for me?
Yeah. How do you want to be, like, if one of our fans were trying to court you?
Ooh. I don't know. Like, I'm kind of like sappy, but I'm also not. Like, I don't know. Like, I like when like guys make an effort. I think that's really cool. Like, I understand the whole like you don't want to like be like a simp or anything. But like, I think if you're like asking to take me out and stuff, like I want you to like do a good job, or I think you give a shit.
Are you a cuddler? Do you like cuddling?
I love to snuggle. Yeah, I like when they pick you up. I like when they take you somewhere nice. Like I've had I like flowers. I like all that shit. But my whole thing is like I don't like dudes that are kind of like, oh, let's hang out, and then they like don't put in any effort. I'm like, well, what the fuck? Well, I don't want to fuck you now. Like, we're probably never gonna get married. That's totally fine. But that's like,
just put in a little bit of effort.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna just drive to your house to like go suck your dick and then like leave.
Are you a sex on the first date girl?
Yeah. I think if you want to bang each other, you should.
Couldn't agree more.
But actually, real quick, sorry. Dates actually kind of like real dates make me a bit nervous, actually. So I usually don't. Not because I'm not down. I love
hearing that.
Yeah, like not that I'm not down, but like I'm kind of just, and also too, I think I worry sometimes, like, I don't know what they think of my job yet. Like, obviously they're like cool with it or they wouldn't be like hanging out, but you don't know how cool they are or aren't.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get a little nervous.
It's so funny. I get a little nervous. Well, I mean, with social media, it's like before you go out with someone, they can kind of find out like who you are and what you do. But I feel that way about comedy. I'm like, ooh, when they find this out.
Oh, right? Oh my God, because that's like such a big insight into like you and your personality.
Yeah.
Like, your life.
And it's like, oh, because a lot of guys are like, oh, you gonna make jokes about me? I'm like, yeah, if you're lucky.
Yeah, like if you should be. You should be so
lucky. Are you kidding? You want me to craft a joke about you?
They're like secretly hoping you'll say yes.
Yeah.
I remember I had one. I met him like on Hinge, and he was like, I didn't know if he knew what I did or not. And then like we were like out to dinner. He's like, oh yeah, I looked up all your stuff. I went through your whole Twitter. I watched everything. And I was like, and then he turned out to be super weird.
See that?
I don't mind that he like watched all my stuff,
Yeah.
but like then he was like really upset that I wouldn't fuck him like right then and there.
Yeah.
And
Oh, you're not gonna fuck me in the bathroom
right,
at the
like,
restaurant? By the way, bathroom fucking is the one thing I'm like completely like, why would we fuck in a place where people poop?
You know what? The first time I did anal was in a bathroom.
I mean, that is poetic.
Well, okay, so there's this like mall. I'm not gonna say which one because I still go there all the time in Vegas, and I still like pass that bathroom sometimes and think fondly. But basically, like my parents were so strict, and they were like, "You're not allowed to have a boyfriend. You can't like." So I would have to like go sneak out and like see him. So we would meet at this like one mall in Vegas, and then have like his friend one time was like, "Oh, you guys should like go bang in the bathroom." We're like, "Ew," and then he was like. Well, actually, what am I saying? Ew, like I wasn't very classy. I'm still not classy. But he was like, "Oh, there's this like handicap bathroom. It's a whole room, and you can lock it. So like it's still gross, but like you can kind of stay away from the toilet." So I was like, "Okay."
There's enough room in there for
But we used to bang in that
stuff.
bathroom all the time.
It's so funny to me. I just can't
All
get
the
into
time.
that.
And you got a car, thank God. But
Thank God. Now you fuck in the car. Well, then you fucked in the car.
yeah, I think we dated for like it was like my first boyfriend. I think we like were fucking for like a year and a half, and I think we only had sex in a bed like twice.
That is hilarious. Question. Fetish wise.
Fetish. I'm gonna send him this podcast. I'll think it's funny.
Send him this podcast. I'm sure he'll love it. Fetish wise, because we have our original fan base for our podcast is our foot guys. So I'd like to ask you some foot questions. Our foot fetish guys
for the people.
Our foot fetish guys sent in some questions. So I am going to ask you a few of those. And I some of them are requests. So I'm going to leave the requests up to you if you want to do them or not.
Yeah.
Do you like feet ticklish?
Oh my God, no. Nothing makes me want to kill myself or kill the other person more.
Than getting your feet tickled?
Oh yeah, I'll kill somebody. Do not tickle me.
Like it's that painful for you?
It makes me want to die and then kill them. I feel very strongly about that.
Can I try tickling you?
No. You're really hot, but no. There's not a lot I would refuse you on.
What if you were to do a porn where they want to tickle your feet?
Fuck no. I'm not going.
What if you were being paid a lot of money?
Don't care.
That intense.
I care very much about not being tickled.
Because you're ticklish?
Extremely.
Oh. That's crazy.
Oh, I hate it.
Wait, let me see your feet.
I fucking hate it.
Can you take your shoes off?
Oh, we can. Hold on.
Oh, and you have the... Oh, that's so cute!
Patrick!
Oh, so freaking cute. Hi, Patrick. You have the cutest little... By the way, these, like, white little Keds, like, shoes.
Oh, thank you.
I feel like Keds are such a fetish in the foot world.
Are they?
Yeah.
You know what's so funny is, like, I'm, like, very wasteful with money, but, like, I buy... These are from Target. They're knockoff kegs. I have Keds. I have a black pair and a white pair, and that's all I wear. I'm so cheap with shoes.
Oh my God, you have a toe ring.
It says
that
slut. I actually got it in the mail like 2 days ago, and I was like, this is before
This
I knew
is
it was coming on
perfect,
your
yeah,
podcast.
perfect.
I was like, all right.
Amazing.
We got some green toenail polish that I'm not stoked about, but it's here.
I was actually gonna do green toenail polish. I'll show you I got a
Let
pedicure.
me see your
I got a
cute
pedicure
feet.
yesterday.
I love like the netted thing too. That's so cute.
The fishnet came with a toe. I'm not used to fishnets with like a guarded toe.
Love
but I did
it.
pink.
Oh, I like it. They're complimentary.
And now I'm like, but I'm looking at the green. I'm like, maybe I should have gotten green. But I was like, I feel like pink is.
Pink matches with everything.
Here are things you need to take into account when getting a pedicure. Guys, listen up. This is what you need to know. Light colors age better on feet. Like when they start chipping, you don't see it as much. If you have a
That's true,
dark color,
actually.
you can see it chipping immediately.
Yeah.
So as far as longevity goes, like you gotta get something that'll last. And
Those
I'm like,
light
okay,
toes.
Pink will last. I actually let the lady doing my pedicure pick my color because I was like,
sometimes it's just easier because you see like all 10,000 of them, you're like, fuck, I don't know.
Totally overwhelming. I was like in the pink category, something light pink, just whatever, and she was like, okay. When you get a pedicure, do you lose your shit?
Yeah. Like they'll scrub it, I'm like, ah!
Because I'm extremely ticklish when it comes to a pedicure. When it comes, like, if you were to, here, tickle my feet.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, it's ticklish, but it's not gonna fucking, like, it's just one of those things where
Yeah,
it's
you're
like,
like, ooh.
yeah, it feels like electricity.
Yeah, yeah.
And so when the foot lady, the pedicurist is doing my feet, I'm like, you need to file so hard. Like, when they're doing the scrub thing, I'm like, scrub as hard as you can.
Oh, yeah, there used to be people, like, fucking kicking them in the face.
Yeah. I'm like, you need to scrub hard and fast and get this over with. Because if they do it too lightly, like, the light is
hard
the tickle.
and fast and get
hard and
this
fast. I mean,
over
if
with.
that isn't the way I like everything.
That's how I like my morning sex, by the way. I don't get... I'm sorry.
See,
On a totally random note, I
But-
would just want to make out with you first thing in the morning. I'm like, do not look at me. Just bend me over, side spin me, and like, that's all we're doing.
Yeah, I love gross morning sex. I'm so into it.
Yes.
I love it so much.
Anyway, sorry, back on topic.
What if a dude wants to suck your toes?
Oh, that's happened. I like
But
it.
that doesn't tickle?
No. I actually really don't mind that. Like, I thought because I'm not, like, crazy into feet. I don't mind it, but, like, yeah, like, one of my boyfriends just, like, tried it one day, and I was like, okay.
Can I just a feather, just tickle a feather on your foot?
No.
'Cause now I'm just curious, please.
No.
This is blowing my mind.
Oh, no. No.
You guys, she might
She's
accept
like,
the
she
challenge.
ruined my whole podcast.
You guys,
damn it.
head to her OnlyFans. Highest bidder, I promise you will break her. You will break her. Have someone
She's like,
listen. Go to her OnlyFans. How much would you do tickling for, and I'll come tickle your feet on your OnlyFans.
$5,000.
$5,000. I will tickle her feet on her OnlyFans. Go
Yep.
do it. If you guys want to see
I'll
me,
think about it.
if you guys want to see me tickle her feet, go to her OnlyFans.
I'll do other foot stuff. I'm like, I'm sorry. I hope I didn't like ruin your entire podcast.
Oh my God,
Is there something else we can do?
I didn't know you were that. Like, we haven't met anyone who's that
Oh yeah,
afraid
no.
of tickling. By the way, there's so many guys who are gonna fantasize about holding you down and tickling your feet. Like,
Oh
that
my
is,
God.
but that is like,
It's a thing.
But
It's this
by
whole
the way,
thing.
now that I know you're that ticklish, like,
Oh dear.
I want to hold you down and tickle your feet.
You're like, I'm gonna assert my dominance.
Oh my God, I'm not even that dommy. Like, I'm dommy in my normal life, but like sexually, I'm kind of dommy.
Well, they
I'm
say
only
too
kidding.
that like the more dominant you are in your personal life, the more submissive you tend to be in your sex life.
Yeah.
And also, I think
'Cause,
it's
like-
like kind of a girl thing too.
Yeah, I'm also like, I am tired, okay? I need someone to take over because I'm so
yeah.
used to like being a crazy person for most of my day.
Yeah.
I'm
So
like,
are you like a kinky girl or like?
Yeah,
what are
I'm
you
a
into?
weirdo.
What are
I'm
you
a-
into? Like, what's the weirdest thing you're into?
The tables turn in my podcast.
So tell me more. Anyway.
I mean, the guys have heard a lot of it, but the guys
I
and gals
haven't.
and girls who listen to
haven't.
it. I'm an armpit girl. I love
Okay.
armpits.
So you're a pheromone fiend.
Yeah. Oh, love it. Like, I love
Oh,
a
sorry.
stinky man.
Real quick, can I tell you something? So the first like time I met up with like a random dude I didn't know, like just for the sake of like banging for OnlyFans, he was like, "Hey, can't like he had like some baby wipes. He's like, can you take off your deodorant?" I was like, "What?" He goes, "I want to like smell you. I like
that's
your
hot.
pheromones." Like,
That's
but I've
hot.
actually sometimes like some porn boys like really don't like deodorant. Anyways,
That is so hot to me. Are you on birth control?
oh yeah, oh yeah.
So here's what's crazy is like pheromonal attraction. This is about to get sciencey and nerdy, so I'll
That
make it
means
quick.
you would make a healthy offspring.
So pheromonal attraction, yes, you make a healthy offspring. It'll yield an offspring with the strongest immune system.
Oh.
But what skews pheromonal attraction is birth control and deodorant.
Oh.
So you get a wrong read. The most proper way
Interesting,
to
okay.
find out if you have a pheromonal attraction to someone is no deodorant for both of you, no birth control for both of you.
Oh, okay.
So and
That makes
then
sense, though.
that's when you can tell if you're attracted to somebody.
Oh, I gotta go home and I gotta.
Yeah, you got to get off your birth control. And
I gotta
figure
go.
it out.
Like no more cream pies for a while, dude.
Yeah. Oh my God. You got to stop the
I'm just
cum.
like cream pies like make me so happy though. I don't know if I can.
We got to go into it. Why?
I really didn't let people come in me. Like, I really didn't let anybody come in me. Like I always loved to come in my ass, but like in my pussy, I was always just like way too freaked out. Mm-hmm. And then I got on birth control, and I was like, I still would be like, you gotta pull out. And then after a while, like I just kind of started just letting it happen. So it's like a new thing I recently like got to start doing.
Do you like being cummed on?
Oh, I love it.
What about a guy coming on your feet, or would that be too ticklish?
That's fine.
Okay. For some reason, I'm anticipating your feet being so ticklish that if anything gets close to touching them, that isn't something you've done. Okay.
Oh yes, but what weird thing? So you like armpits? What else?
Armpits are my thing. I mean, just like anything kind of like fluidy and gross. Okay. Like I'm a big fluid person.
Do you watch like bukkake porn? Is that like something you would want to do?
That's too much of overproduction. Like I don't like things that are like super produced. If there's like too many people, I'm like, oh, the logistics, like.
You're like, this could never happen in my personal sex life ever,
exactly.
So I don't want to
it's like, I don't watch things where it's like out of the realm of possibility.
Right. You know what I love? I love gangbangs, because the girl cannot, there's so much going on, like, you're...
Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh my God.
Okay.
This is kind of bro.
Okay, so we can put lotion on top of your feet.
Uh-huh.
No, just because we can't touch them, right? But you can drizzle.
Well, just
lotion.
don't like flat out tickle them is all I ask.
Drizzle some lotion.
Yeah.
On the tops
Okay.
of her toes, maybe.
Okay.
Just spread your toes out and then see if the lotion tickles you.
Well, the lotion will. That's fine.
Is that
Like
fair?
it's just lotion. That's fine.
It's dripping through the toe.
That's fine.
Wait, that doesn't tickle at all?
No.
Okay.
Well, so I know it's coming.
Oh, so you need a surprise
One
element?
finger. Hold on. Oh my God, really? No. Oh my God, that's insane.
The lotion didn't tickle at all.
Oh, I was like pushing hard too. I was like, if I push hard, it won't feel like
It might be
anything.
fear at this point.
That was literally the most amazing. I'm sorry, I didn't realize.
It's kind of a fun reaction, though.
I mean, it's
funny.
fun.
You
It's
told
fun.
me you were gonna do it. So.
Oh my God, I was like, hold on, let's just rub this in. Even though this is Cetaphil, but you can just rub this in actually. We'll take it off you in a second.
You know they use that in porn to like
yeah.
put more like cum on your face.
Yeah.
Use Cetaphil.
Yeah, the Cetaphil cleanser, which you can actually just use and rub in. Is I was gonna rub that in for you, but I can't touch your feet. Oh my God, that was the most wild thing I have ever seen.
We'll do something else. We'll do another
No.
thing.
No. I don't want to torture you. I don't want to torture you. Courtney, we just always like doing something fun and weird on every podcast. And oh my gosh, that was hilarious. I can't believe it's that intense.
I really don't like it.
Oh my gosh, guys are gonna fucking lose their shit. I guarantee someone's gonna show up and pay $5,000.
I can't wait. We're gonna
Oh my
have
God,
a nice
I'll literally
dinner.
be there. I'll be fucking Dan Tana's bitch. Let's do it.
We're
Like,
gonna go to a nice little dinner.
I'm like Dan Tana's. I like just want this like old school Italian like in LA. Maybe we'll go to Nobu in Malibu.
Nobu and Malibu. Oh my God.
I'm so into that.
I love like boys like that's their like go to. They're like, we're gonna go to Nobu.
Yeah. You're like, okay.
I mean, but at the same time, I
If you
can't
can
really
get
like
in,
make
it's not
fun.
hard to
I
get
can't
in.
really make fun of them either because it's like I will go.
Oh my God, I didn't realize it's that hard to get in. Hold on, let me see your shoes. What size shoe do you wear?
I have the biggest fucking feet.
I
I'm
mean-
like a 7.5 or an 8, but I'm short.
Oh, I'm like, that's already a big, I'm 10.
You
Hold
are?
on, I want to see what
Your
these
feet
look
don't
like
look
on
like
me.
a 10.
They are. They're a 10.
Yeah, girl, you put on those $15 Ked knockoffs.
I can't even get them on.
Yeah, you can.
They're not even real
Yeah, you
Keds?
can. They're not even real Keds.
That's as far as I can get it
That's
on.
funny.
It's a big ass foot. Okay, let me finish reading these questions because you have
Yeah,
more
of course.
questions, and then we will tap out. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Some guy wanted to watch us play footsie. That is, go ahead to her OnlyFans if you want to see her play footsie with me.
Let's see it up.
You have to pay for that with her, or whatever. We'll figure it out. Does she even try bastinato?
Do I try what?
That's what the spanking on the feet was.
Oh, that's what it's called?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's like the Spanish.
I think we all know that's not a thing. She can't do that. She'll literally die. Would you rather be the tickler or the tickly? Obviously, the tickler.
Yes, you know me so well.
Okay. This is a great one. Have you ever had any foot injuries where you had a splint, a cast, or used crutches?
No.
You've never hurt your foot?
No, I've been lucky.
During COVID, I tore the ligaments in my ankle and like broke a bone in my foot, and I was in this like walking cast. Yeah.
Oh, you
and
poor
I kept
baby.
thinking there was gonna be a guy a fan who was like into that and like wanted to buy my little cast thing, and no.
No, really? Oh,
Well, some guy asked if I can try on your shoes. You're welcome. Can you tickle her foot with nails slowly?
I'm
Tried.
gonna
That's
think
not happening.
about that one and get back to you.
Do you ever sell used socks?
Yes.
Go buy your used socks, guys. Interlocking toes. That's a request, guys, not a question. Do you like being barefoot or wearing socks and shoes?
I love socks. I sleep in socks.
Really?
I know, like, no one, everyone's like, that's so weird. But
What kind of socks do you sleep in?
Big fuzzy ones. So these are my daytime socks.
Okay.
I'm very passionate about socks. Actually, I have
Yeah.
hundreds of pairs.
You have hundreds of pairs of
Hundreds.
socks.
And I never, it's weird that they're matching. Like, my housekeeper, like, went ahead and, like, organized them. But typically
That's
I try
so
to
cute.
actually never wear matching socks.
Why?
I don't know. It's like my little, like, stance against adulthood.
I love that so much. That's so cute. Are there fuzzy socks on your Amazon wish list?
Ooh, I could throw some on there.
Put some on there. Guys, head over to her wish
You know what's
list.
weird? Walgreens has really good fuzzy socks.
They do.
They do.
They absolutely do. Walgreens has
It's the store.
literally one of my favorite places to go.
The best.
Okay, next question. Guys want us to compare the size of our feet. I'm a 10, she's a 7.
All right, we'll do the. Since I have not been very helpful with the other fetishes, let me see what I can do. Haha.
Yeah, I mean, I eat your foot. Anyways, that's it. All the other
it.
questions were tickle, 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 tickle.
Oh, ha ha.
Guys are really into tickle.
No kidding. Specifically the people.
Specifically tickling. There's so many requests where guys are like, you know, some guys are asking, are you ticklish? Like, do you want to be tickled, or would you rather tickle someone? And then some guys are like, we want you to do this, and it's like, come on, guys, like, that's content. You got to pay for it. But that would be so fun if guys, listen. If you go to her OnlyFans and you make a request for me to tickle her feet for $5,000, we will go there for a live recording. We'll do a BTS on the podcast.
Yep.
Nicole's first appearance on OnlyFans.
Oh, that's exciting.
Nicole's first appearance on OnlyFans, you guys. It's $5,000.
Crossing over to the dark side.
Maybe it's an official crossing. All right, my darling. Tell everyone where they can find you.
All right, I'll do the main plugs. Am I allowed to advertise like my OnlyFans? Is that
Yes,
okay?
absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Advertise everything.
I am at Madison Morgan X on Instagram. Madison Morgan XO, like hugs and kisses. Also on Instagram, Madison Morgan XO, hugs and kisses. On Twitter and on TikTok, I'm at Madison Morgan X again.
Guys, her TikTok, although not X-rated, she is a silly, silly goofball, and it's so much fun. So follow her on everything. Go to her OnlyFans. And guys, thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. As always, thank you to loveherfeet.com, where you can... .com. My favorite is watching. You guys can't see Courtney, but every time she does the .com, she actually makes like a cum face. She's like, she isn't just saying it sexy, she's doing the face too. She's like, .com. Like she does a squinty eye. She's like, she really gets into it. Like sometimes maybe next time she'll be like, .com.
Okay.
Okay, Madison,
Courtney.
thank you so much.
Oh, thank you
for coming out. You're great. You are a fire hydrant. Or fire hydrant. You are a fire truck.
After a lot of alcohol, I am a fire hydrant.
Oh, that is so funny. You are and your tush is, I mean, great. Is that that's all real
You
butt?
should touch it for the
Oh my God,
people.
1,000%. Do you want me to touch your butt? Yeah.
Yes, you should. Since I couldn't, it's a little sweaty.
Oh my God.